Yes guys, again I want to welcome you in this channel. We've had a beautiful conversation previously, especially on matters medical covers and what is required while purchasing a medical cover. Today I want us to learn something different on money market fund, bond fund, infrastructure bond, yeah, treasury bills and bonds, ETFs, fixed deposit, because all these are funds that helps us to do what we call short-term investments. Let me start with the most basic, which is money market fund. It's usually an instrument you use to do an investment for a period of 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, this money you don't really have an urgent need for it, but instead of you putting it in a bank, you can put it in money market fund because it's usually an open fund. On top of it, it earns you money on daily basis. It has some interest rate of between 8% to around 13% depending with the company. It also preserves your capital 100%, meaning that whatever you inject into this account, there's nothing that you will incur as its cost. But I must tell you that it has two costs. One is the management fee, usually ranges from 1%, 2% of the fund that is being managed. And number two, it has what we call the tax or withholding tax cost, usually 15% of what you earn as interest. So that is a general overview of a money market fund. We have other funds like bond fund, which are more advanced money market fund. They are open-ended, they're just like money market fund, but their interest rate is a little bit competitive compared to money market fund. On top of it is that it preserves your capital 100%, and you do it has what we call the daily compounding effect, just like money market fund. So if you are looking for a fund, instead of doing money market fund, you can go for a bond fund. Then we have other funds like treasury bonds, and I want to differentiate between the private bond and the treasury bonds. One is that for treasury bond, the minimum you can put is minimum 50,000. If you need to top up, you can only do a multiple or that 50,000. Then anytime you top up in treasury bond, remember you are doing what we call a fresh investment, unlike in private bond where it is being added on top of your previously injected capital. Yeah, so but for private bond, the minimum is just 1,000. For money market, the minimum is also 1,000. But when it comes to treasury bond, it's usually 50,000. Then if you want to redeem your bond in treasury bond, one thing you must understand is this: it can take you up to 6 months to liquidate that fund, because you are only allowed to trade on what we call secondary market once you inject that money. At the same time, the banks will charge you two things. One, they will charge you what you call the premium or the commission. Number two is that they can dispose that bond at the rate of convenience. Yeah. So my guys, I want to show you diagrammatically what is the major difference between the money market fund, and you see its growth over possibly a long period, 10 years, and also what we call the fixed deposit. You will also have a look at what different rates the institutions are offering currently here in Kenya. Yeah.